Hi viewers, welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is the press bringing you live from the nation's capital Abuja, and now I've been joined by Habib Gajo. You're welcome to the studio as a policy analyst.
Good morning and welcome to the program.
You're welcome.
Good to see you.
How are you doing today?
Well, we are we are doing fine, but
when I said how are you doing today, I'm sure you understand.
I don't believe Nigerians are doing fine.
Honestly, when you saw the price hike, how did you take it? What did you think about it?
No, honestly, I was shocked, and it has not changed my belief in what the government and the NNPC has started since May 29.
Okay.
On the May 29 is the first day NNPC start committing the biggest fraud, the biggest crime in Nigeria.
You said fraud?
Yes. Because when the president, Bola Tinubu, was sworn in his own speech, he said the subsidy regime has ended. While in the appropriation bill and is supposed to terminate at the end of June, the fuel, the PMS that we have to the end of June, NNPC went ahead on that very day, in less than 2 to 3 hours, issued a statement and changed the pump price. NNPC, as a limited company, I don't know where they drive their powers to fix a price for Nigerians. So what happened to the money or our remaining fuel from May 29 to the end of June?
Okay.
That is why I call it a fraud, the biggest one.
Okay, but you know, in this case, they say that market realities is what is going to be influencing the fuel henceforth. And you do not also forget that it's not like the current administration took away the subsidy. They just announced it.
We all agree that what I've it's the same thing. We are in the same page. You understand? Yeah. The last government already paid to the end of June. You understand? Mm-hmm. So why will NNPC change the pump price on May 29?
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why the other marketers rallied behind NNPC to also change their own price with the fuel that already been paid for Nigerians in the first place?
Okay.
You understand? Now, NNPC as a limited company, why they will now tell us, I will fix the price for us? Who determine the market forces? Is it the NNPC that determine the market forces, or the real market determine it is force? So we need to know who is taking decision on increasing the price or fixing the price for Nigerians, or who is regulating or who is overseeing what is happening in the oil industry. Because I had the GMD was saying is the market forces that, and he equally admitted that, well, he was not updated up to now, that he was not, he don't know from, he didn't heard from the marketers, but he went ahead and changed the pump price. So now let us be realistic. What the GMD is saying is from where did he got the market forces? We all know that it's the government that determined the market force in the first place, because it's the government that controls the economy. It's the government knows the output and the input of the market. You understand?
Of course.
So for him to tell us that it has increased in the world market and so on and so forth, that now the same NNPC told us few months back that direct purchase, direct supply. So how did they arrive at this landing cost, since it's our own crude that we give to go and to refine and bring it back to us as end users? So how do they end at this price? And we know that all what the subsidy is all about is the landing cost. And now he's not telling us about the landing cost, he's telling us about the market force.
You know, currently the prices actually fluctuates from different locations. It's different for Abuja, different for Lagos, different for places like Yobe. I think I saw Yobe at 637, Lagos as 586, and then Abuja is 617. So at this point, the question I want to ask is, since you have very good knowledge of what the forex market looks like, was there an inflation between between day before yesterday and yesterday when it comes to the dollar rate?
Yeah, the market was fluctuating both in interbank and INE window. I think the trading was higher than the previous month, the last month, end of last month, and the beginning of this week. So the price keep going up. You understand? So that's why that's when I was saying that who determine the market force.
Okay.
It's not the position of the NNPC to tell Nigerians or to identify the market force. It is the position of the government and the Central Bank of Nigeria to tell us, you understand, the market, how the market force change the equation or change, because the Central Bank keep giving us figures of inflation rate. You understand? The increase and the decrease of the inflation rate, gains and loss and so on. You understand? So why we didn't hear from the appropriate authorities? Why are we hearing from the GMD of NNPC?
Authorities, who are those you're referring to right now?
The Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank.
Okay, sure.
You understand?
Should they really have any business with how much fuel should be sold? Would that be their responsibility?
In the sense that they're supposed to know that inflation, like you said, inflation or the foreign exchange has gone up, or the crude oil in the market has gone up. You understand? Because we are the producers of the crude oil. You understand? Yeah. We are in the international market, in the OPEC. We are a member. You understand? And we are, I think, 11 most producing oil nation. And unfortunately, we don't have one single refinery that refine our, which is so sad and so pathetic. By the way,
no longer as sad. No longer as sad. Because Dangote is starting soon.
Yeah, starting soon.
Only God knows. So the appropriate authorities are the government institutions. Okay. Would tell us from what the market traded, maybe in stock market and so on, or in the world market, that this is what has been traded, and possibly this week or next week the price of PMS or any product will go up or will go down.
But do you believe in that going down? Because before you came on the show, I was already saying that it looks like the law of gravity does not apply to related to Nigeria's economy, given that whatever goes up does not come down in Nigeria.
Well, 100% right.
Sorry, let's move on before you attend to Mrs. question. Apologies. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Mr. Daniel. I'm calling from Akodi.
All right, please join the conversation, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you. I want to commend the public affairs analyst there.
Okay.
Because of what he's saying. You know, what I'm passing through in this country now is because the labor leaders are no longer working.
Okay.
You know, how will a president, so after inauguration, you tell us they have removed subsidy, just like the man there. I had the subsidy for the next 2 months of his inauguration. He went and removed it. Nobody is complaining. I called in the morning yesterday when you were analyzing this. You know, the same problem of this way we're discussing yesterday morning.
Of course.
And before this morning now, another one came up. How will somebody go to the market to even buy food now? Look at the condition they are putting us in. So, in fact, I don't look at it that the thing is a disaster to this country. It's a very big thing. People are passing through here. So, I don't know. The palliative we're talking of yesterday, that one cannot even get, were complaining and they went as far as increasing it again. So, I don't know. I just pray that God should bail us out of this problem we are now. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Before the caller called, I was asking a question about: do you think anything that goes up in Nigeria actually comes down? I mean, it looks like the law of gravity does not apply, because the law of gravity says anything that goes up must surely come back down. But then let's talk about Nigerian economy. And the caller spoke about the 8,000 naira cash palliative. For the Punch this morning, the Punch said Tinubu backtracks, reviews proposed 8,000 naira cash palliative. That's on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. Do you actually think we have a president that actually is listening to people? Because given that under a certain administration, he wasn't bothered, that certain president wasn't bothered about whatever happened to Nigerians, and he wouldn't be listening. But it looks like President Tinubu is actually listening, because for him to backtrack, or what's your take on that?
Well, let me start from your last question. Okay. Whether the president has backtracked or fast-tracked or whatever you wanted to say. But the issue is the aim is already defeated. The aim of the 8,000 naira palliative has been defeated by this increment of 617 per litre by the NNPC.
Okay.
So then this has been defeated. So it's not a backtrack. They have to go. They have to follow the channel we Nigerians that are telling them to follow. You understand? Because there is a lack of accountability, transparency, and in the NNPC, in the oil industry. We need an audit of NNPC on this subsidy issue. You understand? Okay. They told us that a few people who are the beneficiary of the subsidy, and they transfer the same elite, the few beneficiary, to the NNPC Limited. So they move from subsidy regime to non-subsidy regime. So they are the one now pushing NNPC to fix more price for us so that they will gain more. Because we don't know who are the Nigerians don't know who are beneficiary of this subsidy in the first place, and we don't know who are the investors in NNPC Limited.
All right.
You understand?
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Jos. I'm Habib.
All right, please join the conversation. I'm just so excited.
Exactly. It's a woman calling.
Subsidy, the removal of subsidy.
Okay.
The president is saying that he will try and empower the masses. But during the time of Buhari, they said they will empower the poor. But I believe it's the rich people that they will still keep everything for themselves. While the poor are still suffering, the rich are just getting richer. That is why I'm telling you, like in my own place, you can see everybody is eating from hand to mouth. Even to go to market, you will be trekking from house to reach that place, but you see the rich, they are the one enjoying when the poor are still suffering. But what kind of Nigeria? But during election, they will tell us, go out and vote, go out and vote. So I'm just saying, like, this country, they have to look for people that they will follow the villagers so that they can assist them. Because some of the people, they don't believe that the government is doing anything. If you ask somebody is just telling me he's just praying for the time that God will just take them because they don't see any hope from the government. So please, if you can help us to channel this thing, because nothing has been coming to our place. Nothing. Since the time of Buhari, good luck. So just beg them, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let me take another
We're
call.
going to have lots of calls.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Akim calling from Lagos.
Please join the conversation, Mr. Akim.
Alright, Alhassan and Olamide from Babajide, right?
Yeah, Babajide.
Okay, thank you. Honestly, this topic, we can't finish it. The truth of the matter is that the analyst is saying the truth, okay? But at the same time, the subsidy remover, we should not forget that it has to come with this kind of thing. That one is clear, okay? But what Nigerians are asking or seeking for is a clear direction of where we are actually going. And also, like the analysts say, that the subsidy remover has not, the one that has been paid for has not yet expired, and then you're not implementing it. We need a kind of clarification. If the NLC are not being paid for, so they should come out and tell Nigeria that the reason why we increase this the pay or the fee is that because we have not been settled. So this will be clear. That's why we keep on saying that there is no accountability in this country. We need accountability, and that reminds me, where is this National Orientation Agency? These people are just collecting salary without working. Because when you say National Orientation Agency, I want to believe that they have a responsibility for almost every area of economic and every aspect of the country to be orientating the country. Why are they collecting budget? Why are they collecting even money in the first place? They're supposed to be paying you media and other people, enlightening Nigeria about what is probably a bit difficult for us, and helping even the government to make things clear to the citizens. That will clarify issues. There will be people will not even be raising voices. But at this point, I want to believe the Mr. President is listening. If National Orientation Agency has no use, they should cancel it because we don't see their use. Election came, we don't even know anything whether they are existing. That's their function. They should know. They have a lot of functions to do. So then, and finally, I want to talk about our revenue generation. Look, we need accountability in this country. Ranging even from the custom, the NLC or whatever, and whatever aspect. Revenue generation should not be collected by the custom officers themselves. They are there just to supersede of goods coming in and whatever paperwork. Any other agency like that, they are not supposed to be collecting money directly. And I want to believe it's like the government is planning to do that, but I've not, just like what I'm saying, there's no any classification for us to know. So National Orientation Agency needs to rise to the occasion think I will stop here. God bless
thank you
Nigeria.
very much
Thank
for
you.
your thoughts.
Thank you very much. I came from Lagos.
You know, the first caller, I mean, the woman that called earlier got me really emotional, because the state of the nation is, I don't know what to say or where to place it, because I saw this headline on the Nigerian Tribune that's saying that unemployment caused by high petrol price will cause mental disorders. You know, people are already complaining that some persons have lost their jobs, and some other persons, I think I saw a report yesterday where a father was coming back with his child, and he was saying, you know, we thought that we were just going to manage this for the space of like a month, but now seeing another hike in price, we don't even know what to do. Now there's a hike in price in petrol price, and we have Bread Makers Association also saying that there's going to be like a 15% increase in bread making, and it's also affecting. And the most important thing to note is that petrol affects every aspect of our lives. We cannot keep flogging this to say that there's a hike. But what do you think is a possible way out of all of this pain besides the 8,000 palliative?
Yeah, you see, that is why I said it's not in the position of the NNPC to be fixing or determining the price or the market force. It's the responsibility of the government, because the PMS is a life saver or lifeline of Nigerians. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Through energy, through commodities, through transportation. You understand?
Of course.
And this affects the ordinary man on the street.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
I don't want to say a poor Nigeria or a masses, or let's start addressing ourselves and ordinary Nigerians. You understand? So that mental disorder will not affect us. You know, when you believe you are poor, you understand, it will affect you. When you believe you are rich, it will strengthen you. So
you know, beliefs actually sometimes resonates with the reality of what is happening around.
Yes. So it's the responsibility of the government to determine the price and the market force. You understand? What the woman is saying that nothing has ever went down to their own place. She may be right, and from all indication, it happens in Nigeria. You understand? Yeah. There is some places that is 100% neglected since the inception of democracy in Nigeria from 1999 to date. If you go to some villages, you will be shocked. You understand? Okay. Some don't even know government exists. You understand? The second caller, the first caller was talking about we keep overflogging this matter. You understand? Mm-hmm. We will flog it until we have seen the light at the end of the day. You understand?
Absolutely.
Now, Hakim from Lagos was saying that national orientation is already dead, and I don't think that agency will be revived by any irresponsible government that we are electing. You understand? Yeah. It will take a responsible government to revive that agency, because after Obasanjo, that agency went dead. Nothing is happening. They don't elect people because the government are not bringing new policies, and you understand, to enlighten people, or they kill education, they kill so many sectors, so they don't want people to hear that. You understand? Mm-hmm. And they don't have a new lie to lie to Nigerians. You understand? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that one aside,
so he now categorize their orientation as lies.
Yes. Well, even the Ministry of Information was not telling us the truth. You understand? Nigerians don't know the truth. Like Hakim said about the revenue, custom, who and who. Let me tell you, all the revenue generating units in Nigeria, the biggest ones are federal revenue, custom, and Minasa, and maritimes.
Maritime, yeah.
You understand? So let them merge them together, or put them in a one line, so that we will know what is coming from all sectors.
Okay.
You understand? So that we now have accountability and transparency. Because if Minasa said we have generated 1 trillion, custom said we generated 2 trillion, and federal revenue said we generated 6 trillion, and the Ministry of Finance will now come and tell us this is the total amount we generate, and the central bank will now say this is the amount that has been remitted into the federation's account and been confirmed by Accountant General and been audited by the Auditor General, and this money will now go to the to the revenue mobilization, so that it will be shared to all tiers of government. You understand? I think that will be fair and appropriate. You understand? Then anybody can fix his own target and price. Of course. So I think Hakim is he has said. This is my answer to Hakim. Okay. Back to your second question. Okay. You understand? Nothing goes down, comes down. The only time Nigeria witness the crash of price down the ladder is from late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua.
Okay, now you're looking at it from the angle of just fail, because my point is, well,
not only fail, even commodities.
Because for instance, now the cooking gas, the price has depreciated compared to what we're buying it for.
How many will afford?
But the truth is, compared to what we're buying it for,
can you afford it with your earnings? Who will afford it? Tell me.
People are still cooking with gas.
Yeah, I believe people are cooking with gas. You understand?
But
the issue is, can we let me generalize it. Can we afford it with our own earnings?
Mr. Gajo, my point,
that's where the issue is
trying to make is, cooking gas at some point was sold for up to 1,000 naira per kg.
Yes.
So right now, I know that some persons are even buying as low as 500 naira per kg. So that's what I was trying to say. So if this can actually happen, do you see a possibility of that? I think that should have been Mercy's question. I think that was the question Mercy was throwing at you, if there's a possibility of it coming back down. And me, I just brought a reference by bringing cooking gas.
Okay, what I was trying to say is generally, because it came from when the Affiairs said something on the Nation's newspaper. I said market forces driving price of petrol, says Kyari. That's on page 5. And then NNPC went ahead to say price of petrol will go up and down as prevailing situation dictates. And then that was what made me prompted me to say, I don't think anything that actually goes up in Nigeria does come down. I mean, take fuel subsidy, for example.
And I now brought in an example of cooking gas came down. So is there a possibility in what she's saying?
If we will take the word from Kyari, the GMD, after saying that statement, he said he don't know because he has not heard from the market.
I saw the reports. I heard him say.
Yes, we all heard him.
Who is supposed to know?
Now, going up, going down, you understand?
Yeah.
Is normal in the market. You understand? Is normal. But the stability of going down matters. You understand?
Yeah.
If fuel will go down maybe to 300 or 400 or 450, you understand? Then it takes like 1 year before it goes up. You understand? Then it makes sense. But it go down in 1 week and it keep rising for 1 year.
Because the
I think it doesn't make sense.
As an expert in that field, you know the exchange rate has not been stable. The exchange rate is not taking a year before it goes up and goes down. But now because we cannot overflog this topic.
Yes.
I was asking you earlier, what do you think could be a way forward? Because now the president, there was an initial plan for 8,000 naira per household. That's supposed to go to about 12 million households. But now there's been a drawback and a review, and they're saying very soon we're going to get the president's total, palliative package. But now, before this palliative package comes out, because I'm sure a lot of people are watching us right now, what are your suggestions to, cushion these effects that we're currently feeling?
Yeah, like I said, the aim of 8,000 naira palliative is being defeated. Now, Nigerians now realize that the beneficiary of the subsidies are not the few rich, are the majority ordinary Nigerians. You understand? We are now feeling the heat. Everybody is feeling the heat. You understand?
Yes.
Now, like you said, the possible way out of this matter.
Okay, before you say the possible way out, let's quickly ask for. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Bayelsa.
Your name, please.
Yes. My name is Limofa.
All right, please go ahead. Oh, unfortunately, we lost him. So please go ahead with your.
So the possible way out is to revive our refineries. You understand? Thank God we have these refineries in place. 4. You understand? It takes some countries, even poor countries in Africa, to set up a refinery with pipelines in less than 3 to 4 years. You understand? It took Dangote how many years to build the largest refinery? So our own is to, as NNPC used to tell us, is turnaround maintenance. You understand? But let us put it, let them fix these refineries so that NNPC will now refine our crude. You understand? We will know that NNPC is refining, let's say, 300 to 400 barrel per day. That will give us 10 to 3 million liters, for example. You understand? So 10 million liters, if you shared it into so many, how many filling stations, it will add. This is going to be the landing cost of the price. You understand? Then we will now have a stable price. That will be a way out. But to depend on the importation of petroleum, then we are in problem. We are in deep problem.
All right, let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your TV set or step away from it.
Yes, I hear that now.
Okay, great. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm calling from my name is Friday.
All right, you're welcome. Please join the conversation.
Okay, so good one. The reason I call, please, this 8,000, they want to share for the masses. And I want to know, is how much to maintain the refinery? Is the money the same amount? Why the federal government don't use the 8,000 naira they want to share for us to go and maintain the refinery so that our fuel can be cheap? Because I don't see any reason, because like me now, I have 4 children, plus me and my wife is 6.
That's 6.
Let us will take us for a day. Talk about for 6 months or 1 year. So please, I federal government, the Jagaban, the city boy. They should use the money, should divert the money to refinery. You go and maintain the refinery. They should leave us alone.
All right.
They should not be using us. We are not fools. We are not animals. So they should not be using us to say nothing. They want to share us. They want to give us 8,000 so people will be happy. So please, we don't have the money, but they should go and maintain the refinery so that our chief can be cheaper. So we can buy the fuel. So we can use the fuel. We don't need 8,000 for federal government. Please, please, we don't need it for federal government, please.
All right, thank you very much.
Refinery.
Thank you for your call.
This is not working in this country. And
Right.
people, they travel to abroad, they see what is going on there. And they will come back and deceiving us. They are not doing anything. They are not doing anything. At least we have a phone now. Even though people like us will not travel to abroad, then we can browse, we can Google, we can see what is going on abroad. And the they are not working here. And they will fly to abroad, to fly to London, go to America, go to Japan, you know. And they will not use what they thought here and bring it to this country. They only bring the commercial, the part of it to use our country. They don't bring development, they don't bring anything. We are tired, we are suffering.
Thank you very much.
Because the guy for example yesterday that because the passport I want to go and buy for more station. And I said yesterday now I can't even take my children to school. You understand? Because the passport, because the back Nigeria, we are in. Please.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you very much.
The government, they should channel the money, all the one for the House of Rep and the Senate.
I'm sure they can hear you right now. All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Powerful suggestion.
That's
So,
a lot.
A lot, yes.
Yeah, this is a good suggestion also. 500 billion naira palliative, and they borrowed $800 million. Yeah, I think $800 million will revive these 4 or 3 refineries. If not because of the devaluation of naira, I think this 800 million can fix these refineries, even by pumping direct to the depots. You understand? Yeah. Where you eliminate bridging, you understand? So there is no need of lending rate anymore. You understand? But the country keep, the government keep devaluating our own naira and give the foreign currency the edge to in order to manipulate all these kind of things.
Sorry, a quick one before we go. I just want us to touch because we have less than a minute to go. UK agency OK's Naira for trade financing. What does this mean for the FX? UK agency OK's Naira for trade financing.
Yes, you know, that's a good one from the UK. From the UK, okay. Because I have read what the Prime Minister of UK said, that they will not tax their citizens, but they will tax the immigrant, and this is one of them. So they are taxing us to pay their to pay their bills. In UK. So that's what it means. So we are nowhere. We are the immigrants. You understand? Even our economy is immigrant according to them. You understand? So maybe by 2024 they will now categorize our economy as illegal immigrants also. All
right. Anyway, that's how far we can take today. Thank you so much, Habib Gajo. That's how we draw the curtains on the show for today. We'll see you again tomorrow. I am Olamide Alhassan.
And I am Babajide. Thank you for your calls. And if we couldn't take your calls, because we have limited time, see you same time, same station tomorrow. Bye.